Iran has a huge helicopter fleet that makes it one of the superior powers in the Middle East in terms of deterrence and combat capability. Islamic Republic of Iran Army Aviation, IRIAA, Commander Brig. General. The IRIAA, known locally as Havinirooz, has hundreds of helicopters. It is part of the Army, the way air forces in the US and some other countries were once part of the Army, but it deals primarily with helicopters and air transport. Ghorbani's comments came a day after Iran's Air Force bragged about its new precision weapons, drones that can drop bombs and refurbished aircraft with new laser targeting pods. Iran has increased its manufacturing capability, Ghorbani said. It now makes some 500 parts for various helicopters and has installed night vision equipment on the aircraft, he said, adding that it is one of the first works in the country and the Middle East by aviation specialists, pilots, technical personnel and knowledge-based companies as a whole. The night vision system was installed on helicopters and was tested in night exercises in operational areas, Ghorbani said. The IRIAA could help install night vision for partner countries and air forces, he said, adding, today, new and up-to-date systems have been installed on airborne helicopters and are ready to support the armed forces in any mission and operation. This refers to new weapon systems and an overhaul of the helicopter fleet. Regarding the construction of a national helicopter, Ghorbani said, according to the order of the Supreme Leader, who said that a national helicopter should be built, plans have been made, and this is being done by the order of the Commander of the Army, and we will build the first national helicopter in the near future. We do not need to import parts, and we can even help Islamic and friendly countries, he said. A recent meeting with the Iraqi Air Force went well, and the Iraqi side was very willing to buy our parts and install night vision systems on helicopters, Ghorbani said. Iran's helicopter fleet currently consists of mostly American helicopters from the era before the Islamic Revolution of 1979. These include Chinooks and Bell helicopters, as well as Cobra attack helicopters. The Iran Aircraft Manufacturing Company in Isfahan, called HESA, is based on a factory built by Textron, a U.S. company that was supposed to make Bell 214 helicopters. Iran is said to still have about 50 of these. It now uses the factory to make habitable drones. But it is clear that Iran has the capacity to make helicopters because of the American industrial footprint that once existed. Iran's ability to keep U.S. helicopters from the 1970s still flying is one of the marvels of the country's accomplishments. It has also kept a variety of U.S. aircraft from the 1970s flying as well as old Boeing planes. It also has some Russian Mi-17 helicopters. Iran's goal to produce its own helicopters is part of a rapid attempt to become more self-sufficient, investing in building its own aircraft, ships and a huge army of drones and ballistic missiles. It has excelled at the missiles and drones but has had difficulty with other large platforms, such as helicopters, tanks and planes. Even though Iran has the technical know-how, sanctions and economic problems have held it back in this regard. Very few countries build their own advanced military aircraft, and it is difficult to build modern helicopters and planes. Nevertheless, Iran's constant bragging and plans to supply other countries shows that it wants to grow its industry now that it is out from under an arms embargo.